Well, I just want to do another quick update, vlog number 5 on the layout. I'm starting to get all my grass in on some of the scenery over here. Here's some of the grass going down. That's just phase 1 of the grass going down. You got to put, you know, your first layer down, then you come back and do another layer, and then you got to go back again and do your third layer, which is heavier textures and thicker brush. And you shade. Right now it looks all green. Well, that's just, like I said, the first coat. Then you come back and you do some browns and you highlight it and stuff like that, and then you put on your darker colors to look like it was, there's brush here and brush over there. There's, like I said, there's a lot of different phases to go through to make it look really cool. And then this track is not painted either, so that's why it doesn't look as cool. It looks like toyish. But once you paint the track, like over here, the track is painted. And I don't know how much the light's going to show this, but the track looks so much different. If I shine a light over here, maybe it'll... Yeah, see how much darker the track is? See where you can see some of the paint right there? Once that's ballasted, now look at this track. See how much lighter it is and toyish it looks? I don't even know why Kato did that. Kato should have made their tracks a lot better. And then I got some of the road over here done. I gotta fix a lot of that yet. And then I got the roads for the upgrade here to go up to the top level to the, there's my rocks for the coal mine. And then that green thing right there is an open hatchway to get into that mountain. So if anything derails in there, you can just reach in and pull the cars out. And then the coal mine will sit right in that area right there, and then it'll block a lot of that, so you really won't see it as well. But like I said, that's just phase 1 of probably 3 or 4 more steps to make that look good, and these rocks too. That's just 2 coats of paint, 3 coats of paint. 2 more coats got to go on there to make that just pop. It's just going to look cool. And I got some of the grass and some of the real thick brush on the mountain, which is going to change too, because that's going to be. And then here's that hydro dam. This was actually, like I said, it was a mountain coming down. There was a bridge here and a bridge here, but I got mad at it and I said screw it, and I ripped it all out. It's all down there. The mess is all down there, and I'm going to make a hydro dam, put 2 big giant pipes coming out right here and have the water come out, and then this will all be filled in and it'll look really cool where it looks like the water's coming out through there. And then here's the other ramp for the road that'll come from over there at that building there, and it'll come across the track here and then come down and go up the ramp and then feed those 2 buildings over there. And there's going to be 3 industries over here: oil, meat packing plant, and a mill. And then there's the mountainside there that's just going to have grass on it and some trees, and over here there's going to be trees and some mountain. It's just to break up the scene so you can't see both at once. So you got to kind of look around. And then I got to make these. I was going to make these tunnel portals, but that's not looking right. That was from one of my molds, and I just cut it. It's not looking good, so I'm gonna just buy them. I got these here from on YouTube, or no, eBay. I bought these, but I'm gonna use these in other places. But I'm gonna get some more like that, and I'm just gonna discard those and tear them up, fix them, and use them for other pieces. Now I got to go over here, and here's my other water scene that I got to fix. I got the road painted black. I'm going to have to do another coat, and then paint the river black, and then start putting in the side pieces and the embrutments. these are the hand-built embrutments, and paint those and get them underneath there. And once those are in, then I can set the track back down and nail it all in, and it's all set. And then I got to paint this. And I've got a really cool technique to do that, which is going to take about 2 weeks to do. At least 2 weeks to get this all painted, because the technique takes 10 coats of this Mod Podge stuff. It's a high gloss glue that you put on the paint after it's painted. And once that's done, but I gotta come up with a way to make these curved pieces. I'm gonna put like pylons down. I'm gonna put pylons in here and then over here to make this look like a really cool wharf here area. But that's my downfall. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm gonna do that to make it look really cool. So with that said, here's my work area for all my paints and stuff, to finally get my mountains done on this corner section here. The track is still taped down so I don't get no glue or anything on the mountain. But that's one mold, three molds, and probably 7 or 8 applications of one and 2 of another. So just think, you know, your train's way down here and the train's going to come around this corner.
You're kidding, right? Get out of my life, will you?
And then this piece here is going to be sitting right here. So that'll be like right there. So, and then there'll be a tunnel portal right in there, and then another piece here, and then some brush in there to look at how that looks. So, and then here's the other side of the mountain, which I got partially done. So then the trains will come into the coal mine, and then that's what you'll probably see when you pull into the coal mine. That tunnel portal and that whole tunnel area there is not done yet. I still got to paint inside and try to figure out a texture for the inside of that tunnel portal, because that's all naked. Might as well just say it. It's naked. And I don't know what I'm going to do about. I'm just going to put a tunnel portal on there. I'm not going to be too fussy about it. I think I'm going to probably do an old wooden tunnel portal, but I'm not sure if that'll look right with the fact that I have stone on the other side, so I might change it. Probably just go with a stone outside tunnel portal. But now my next thing is, I got the track painted with the black, the thinned out black, but I have to go through it now and color it with I'm going to use rail tie brown this time instead of rail brown, and then I'll come back and paint this all up and add some more stuff to this. I got this all done. I could probably put my buildings in and find out where they're going to go, and then after I figure out where the buildings are going to go, I can lay the ground foam and texture this all up, get this ready. And then I have to figure out how this is all going to go. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 tunnel portals, 5 tunnel portals to figure out what I'm going to do about getting this all straightened out. Shouldn't be too bad, I hope. But yeah, it's going to look really cool once I get it done. Still got a lot of ideas and a lot of things to do. And then I got to mount this board. This board's still just loose on here. Yeah. This is the back side of that mountain. And then I've got this mountain scene right here that I gotta fix. It's gonna take a little time, but once I get it done, it'll look really cool and it'll be a lot of fun to run. But once I get a lot of this scenery done, then I gotta go back through and I gotta rebuild some of the buildings that I had and build the buildings that I am putting on the layout now. There's gonna be a passenger station up here and a bunch of houses that I gotta find and build. I've got a farm scene over there where all that junk is sitting, way back over there. That mountain back there's got to be finalized and fixed. Got a lot of work to do on that. So yeah, I'm just trying to do bit by bit, little by little, and we'll see how she comes. So if you have any comments or questions, you know where to put them. I'm up for any kind of comment, any kind of question, but if you sit there and you start dissing me about I babble a lot like a guy did, then I'm going to cut you off. You know, I had a guy come online and just start saying that that's all I do is go blah blah blah, I never finish nothing, that's all I do is talk, and I talk, you know. So I cut him off. I stopped him. I took him right off the thing and I blocked him. So if you want to be blocked, all you gotta do is leave a stupid comment and I'll guarantee you'll be blocked. You know, I don't do that to anybody else. I don't expect that back from anyone else. My layout is my layout, and what I do with my layout is what I do with my layout. If anybody else has any kind of tips or techniques or anything that I'm not doing right, share them. If you don't want to share, just keep your mouth shut. I don't say anything about your stuff. I don't expect you to say anything about mine that's gonna cause me to block you. So alright, well, with that said, like I said, leave your comments. Take care. My next blog will be in about 2 weeks. Bye.
We have very wheat trees.
Wheat trees?
I guess that's the door.
Hurry, don't let it rain.